My aunt dies of MS. 6 months into that, my mom, my godmother, was murdered by her husband who took his life. My godfather, freak accident, died. The next February, dad passed. Maybe 6 people within the span of 8 months. My experience with grief, it was so compounded. I was with him, my hand on his chest. He took his last breath, watched him die. The grass was tall. That is how I remembered that my dad was gone.
Absence is sharp.
And a lot of the pain was just like, this is so unfair. Nobody tells you you're gonna be sad for 2 years, 2 months, 3 years. You lose yourself and then you're too sad to go on. And it's just like, don't I get to have a different story? And I think they're tired of you being sad. So I remember thinking, damn, am I doing something?
The hardest part when people face all of this compound loss is convincing them this loss is not a personal attack against you.
I'm striking up against rock bottom. Every little strike is just a tiny moment of illumination. When light comes into a room, it don't change the room. It just changes what you can see inside the room. I needed a small glimmer of hope, of awareness about where am I at right now? Staying inside your life, staying present, participating in your life is the hardest thing. The sadness is still there, but the suffering changes.
We've talked about all of this, like some. I don't know if I've walked you through all 4 of the things. Grief is a body language, grief is a oral language, grief is a written language, grief is a sign language. I think
we probably walked through maybe 2.
Okay. So it's the whole, grief ain't a journey. Mm-hmm. Journey is a bad metaphor. Mm-hmm. Grief is a language. Mm-hmm. Goal of a language, not to finish, to become fluent. Grief is this everyday problem that everyday people face every day. Mm-hmm. And we think that everyday problem has an expert solution. And that's not the case. Yeah. Your car runs out of gas, everyday problem.
Yep.
Transmission, expert problem. And you don't need to take a gasless car to a mechanic. And more than that, and this is what I found out this past week, there's one therapist for every 350 Americans.
Listen.
And they're not all even specialized in grief and loss, and every person that calls themselves a therapist ain't even a good one.
They be lying.
Ain't even a good one.
They be lying.
So it's like, if we're like, there's no way to entrust this thing to that group. So you need everyday people to know what to do with it.
Yeah.
And I also think that's the best way, because even these specialists and experts, all they do is, or not all they do. I believe in therapy.
Yeah, respect them.
Check, no. Check my bank statements. Okay.
Listen.
I have paid lots of money, tens of thousands of dollars, it seems like, through the course of the past year. So yeah. But it's I think, I'm not trying to take away anything from them. Give them all of what they have. Yeah. But it's me saying, no, but we have to call up the bar here. Yeah. Because when people find themselves drowning in grief, often the life raft is not laying horizontally on a couch with somebody with their legs crossed, glasses staring down the bridge of a yellow pad. Yeah, taking notes. Often some of the things that lift them up is art. Is stories. It is stuff created by everyday people that you sit down and you say, I know this is a cartoon, but whoever wrote that line knew what it was like to lose a brother, and I don't feel by myself. So it's this, right? These are the 4 that I have. Mm-hmm. Grief is a body language where the goal is, all right, listen. Yeah. Grief is a oral language, stories. It's not about loss, it's about love. Grief is a written language, linger, and grief is a sign language. You got to look out. Okay. Yeah. So listen, love, linger, look out. Okay. Grief is a body language. It is a Yeah, I grew up, we were not like Pentecostal. We were like Pentecostal zero, Pentecostal like Pentecostal with stevia in it. And it was the whole, like, you could be, and the only way I know how to describe it is like, not just sick, but like Oregon Trail, dysentery, cholera sick, smallpox sick. And if you fix your mouth to say, yo, I'm sick, they're like, don't you speak that over yourself. What? And young John it was ingrained in me. Yeah. Your body's a liar. Your body can't be trusted. You do not listen to your body. You lecture, you tell your body. Yeah. And with grief, you start to learn, my body doesn't lie. My body is telling the truth. And so
my body is telling me more than I often am telling myself.
Yes. Yeah.
It's getting the signal first sometimes.
Yes. Oh, yeah. My body is so confused. It don't even know what temperature to produce water out of my body. Here's what I mean. It wasn't the bad dreams about Sam that messed me up. It was the good ones.
Yep.
Because I would wake up and I would realize that waking up was the nightmare.
Yeah.
And I would wake up with these cold sweats. Perspiration came out very, very cold.
Yeah.
But I would cry these very warm tears. And I'm like, my body can't even decide what temperature the water should come. Yeah. And it's like, no, I am confused, mental fog, things don't make sense, all of that, right? So your body is the liaison. When I open up the laptop of the computer in LA 3 years ago on the way home and I see the email from the church and I just see the number and my shoulders tighten up, it's like, my nigga, you done. Yep. You finished.
Done.
Okay. Oral language, right? I think grief is it's not just about our losses, it's us telling stories of our loves. Speaking, like, we learn, like, when you speak, there's sometimes where you're surprised by the things that come out of your mouth. You're surprised by the things that you say. And I remember with when Sam died in 2015, and I remember at the top of 2022, I had this incredible clarity. And I didn't realize how clear things were until me and Rich did that YouTube series. Okay. And I was sitting in front of the camera and I was saying all this stuff. And Chandra saw the YouTube series when it came out to the rest of the world. And there was a point where she low-key got mad because she's like, why didn't you tell me all this stuff? Why do I have to find out about this with the rest of the world? Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even know all that stuff was inside. And everybody else in the world was explaining how good God was, or exclaiming. Everybody else in the world was, their punctuation was off. They gave me sentences with periods and exclamation marks. But one day I sat in my shed with Rich Perez, and for 3 hours, every one of Rich's statements had question marks at the end. And the most comforting words and stories that helped me through my grief didn't come from nobody else. They came from inside me. Grief is a oral language that you speak, right? And you hear.
Yeah.
There's this book where this guy goes through first and last words. And he said, people's last words are not in real life what they are in the movies. At the end, folks are not like, well, I'm getting ready to go and I just want to, because he's like, oh, no, speech goes quick. But he's like, the very last thing to go is one of the first things that comes is sound, hearing. So last words are more about what we say to the people that go. So there's that. Grief is a written language, and this is the one. And this is one of the things that I want to talk to you about, especially as it comes to a song. I feel like our minds move at 1,000 miles a minute, and writing are the brake pads that cause our memory to slow down long enough for us to be able to climb into the driver's seat and to rewrite the story of what went on.
Yep.
It is Toni Morrison's Re-Memory.
Yep.
It is, I'm taking the steering wheel, I'm taking control of this past narrative to reclaim a present and ongoing trauma. And this is something that I feel like you do with like song, in that the worst thing in the world could have gone on.
Yeah.
But you write about that worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
But then you write about something else that intersected with that worst thing in the world. Now the worst thing in the world is the reason why you found love. And it's just it is just this way of, there was this one guy that said, that is an act of narrative love.
Yeah.
That helps people in their grief hold on to hope, not by providing them an answer to their grief, but by reminding them that their story is still an incomplete one.
I would say narrative art therapy.
Yeah.
Like that it is the attempt. It is these tiny returns to, like what I would say is trying, right? It's these tiny returns to yourself. And when I say that, I'm saying like,
okay, acronym?
Grief, no. What I'm saying, grief, it's such a, even though, right, grief is a language, the body, like it's very much out of body too. Like when I think about my experience with grief, it was so compounded, right? It was maybe 6 people within the span of 8 months. And this is 2022.
Yeah.
So top of 2022, my dad is given the 1 year to live. 2-3 months into that, my aunt, I'm in Oklahoma taking care of my dad. My aunt dies of MS. 6 months into that, my mom, my godmother, was murdered by her husband, who took his life. So that made 3. Another, right after that, November, my godfather, who basically took care of me when I was in college, freak accident, died. And that was November. And then the next February, my dad passed. So it was like maybe 5-6 people. And I'm like doing all the obituaries for all, all of them, writing the obituary. And it's just now today that I'm realizing like, oh, I was out of my body that entire time. I wasn't actively participating in my life. I wasn't myself.
Even while so that is a new piece of info. I didn't know that you wrote.
Yeah, I'm like the family. I might as well start a goddamn. What's it called? Funeral.
Funeral flyers.
I probably got 20 obituary designs on my computer of family members. Like I am the family obituary
somebody dies
maker.
And it's like,
somebody dies.
Send that.
Yeah, I have templates in my. They already ready.
They ranked. All right, these are the people that I real love. This is Canva
if
for
I
the people
y'all putting you in the clouds. You know what I mean? But I say that to say I got so good at really helping other people navigate the moment. And I just thought, I'm getting through my grief. Like, I know grief. Like, I do feel like I'm a grief expert in experience, in body. It's like, oh, I got, my dad, my mom, she's murdered. Right. There's these layers of like, what? And man, it wasn't maybe till like last year where it was like, oh, you haven't even been in your body. You just been living.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna ask what it felt like to be out of your body, but what did it feel like when when the realization came in? What did that feel like?
I could feel.
Oh.
Right. So I think the realization was, oh, that hurt. Oh, what's that? Oh, that. The sensation returned.
Oh, yeah.
The sensation of pain and the sensation of joy. Right. I think prior to that moment, there was no sensation. It was very numb.
Right.
And there was no alertness to life. There was no sensory experience to life. I couldn't taste anything, right? When we think about even grief as a visual language, written language, visual language, right? the way words land, everything was very muted. It just wasn't alive. It's just
it kind of feel like when you get out of the pool and water stuck in your ears and you just kind of go on and get used to it, and then you turn your head and you feel the joint come out, and now that's crazy.
Like you are going along, but you are not an active participant of your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can't hear anything. Like I think I think I was telling you about this experience where I was in chemo with my dad, and we were like in a couple rounds, and we would watch people go and ring that bell. And you know that bell is when you beat it. You get to live. And I knew from day one, he's never ringing that bell. Ever. Right? He's not. This chemo is just to keep him here a little longer. And I realized in that moment, like this alertness, like that was like a sign of like, I am still alive. This is a ringing of life. Uh-huh. And when we left that place, and after my dad died, I thought, he never rang the bell. Then I realized I stopped ringing whatever bells that I had, right? Every kind of bell, every small, tiny signal, sound, moment that says, hey, you didn't die with your dad. You didn't die with your godmom. You didn't die with your aunt. You didn't die with your godfather. Like it was like nothing was ringing. There was no sound. I got engaged, right? You think about bells, church bells, wedding bells, faith, all these things. Like, it's quiet. I can't hear nothing. I can't feel nothing. I'm just kind of walking around. Yep. And the moment it comes back, that motherfucker ringing like a gong. Dong, right? Just like 2 years in, you know, this year will be the 3rd year anniversary. It's like, oh, now it's ringing. 3 years. It's been 3 years. It's about to be 3 years, right? That's crazy. I mean, you eulogized my dad.
I did.
So it's like, it's so fast, John.
Yeah.
It's so fast, but it's like the ringing is back. And the ringing is not just back. I am participating. Yeah. I am writing. I am painting. I am examining the empty space, right? Because I think when you think about grief, when we think about grief as a language, we also can maybe think about the pause that, like the absence or these pauses that happen. And sometimes we don't know what to do with that awkward pause, right? So to me, it's like, all right, my dad dies. There is a pause in my body. There is what seems like a period. I don't know if this will continue for me. But working with the empty space, working with the pause, allowing the pause to kind of just be a small refrain, a small like, oh, this is not, this is just a moment, a breath and a beat, right? Yeah. To decide what will come next. Yeah. Versus the song ain't over. Yeah. It's a bridge. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you gotta just let that shit play a little longer and you don't say nothing, right? The best song, we love R&B.
Oh, listen.
Best R&B is R&B with the bridge, right? And there are certain moments in music that it's not about what you're saying. It's just playing. Yeah. It's just making space. It's just interlude. It's moving the story forward without you having to say anything. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And yeah, I feel like getting comfortable with those pauses, getting comfortable when people are asking me, how you feel like?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What you doing? I don't know. I ain't work for it. I didn't actively work for it yet. What you doing?
Yeah.
I don't know. You making something?
Yeah.
No. You writing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but in the midst of that, I think curiosity has been the superpower.
Yeah. Curiosity in what way? Like friends extending it to you extending it to yourself?
It to myself. So like curiosity is care. Like remember we were doing that class together when we were writing the stories.
Oh,
we
yeah.
were doing the stories class. Yeah. So the story I was working on was like the match story.
Yeah, you're right.
And in the 1800s, a man invents the match, takes this little wooden piece of stick, dips it in his phosphorus solution. While he's trying to figure out how to harness fire, the little stick falls to the ground. Boom, there's a strike. There's a light. This is how the match was made, right? What's interesting is that, like, the thing that you created has hit rock bottom, and at the point of friction, light and illumination happens. It wasn't intentional.
Right.
It was accidental.
Yeah.
All right. He was curious about fire, about light, about this thing, but the thing that actually happened was a byproduct of the curiosity. And so I guess what I'm saying is, like, I start feeling my way around the rock bottom. Like, I'm striking up against it with questions. I'm striking up against rock bottom with emotion. I'm striking up against rock bottom with words, with book. Like, I'm not making sense of it. I'm just, what is this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard. Oh, that makes you mad. Oh, that's empty.
Yeah.
Oh, this feels good, right? Yeah. And every little strike is just a tiny moment of illumination. Like, the light is not changing it. Like, when light comes into a room, it don't change the room. It just changes what you can see inside the room. And I think that's what curiosity is. It's like, it's not there to fix the thing. It's just there to expand your imagination about what exists. So it's like, I'm curious about, why did 5-6 people die? And what?
Yeah.
What y'all why am I still here? Why don't I want to be here? I got to get curious about the questions that I've never, you never think. It's like, I ain't trying to be up out of here, but it's like, when you get to the point where you're like, man, get me up out of here.
Right.
Take me to where everybody else at. Right. This is you take it. People, when you start having to be curious about things that you don't even want to touch, it's like, there's a weird light that just comes for the moment. It's not the end of the tunnel. It's like, I never needed the light at the end of the tunnel. That was bullshit, because I wasn't walking nowhere. In the middle of my grief, I was in the bed. I was stuck. I was paralyzed. I was in a standstill. I didn't need to make it to the end of the tunnel. Yeah. I needed a small glimmer of hope, of awareness about, where am I at right now? In the moment. You know what I'm saying?
I think as I hear all the things that you're saying, right, the word that continues to come to mind is just like patience.
Yeah. I guess so.
Or patience enough to, right, I think when it comes to grief, or I think one of the biggest enemies of curiosity is impatience.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That it is we don't have time to do this because there's things that have to be done, right? Yeah. Like, what was it? It is crazy. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, they did a joint where it's like, do you know how much bereavement time the average full-time employee in the U.S. gets?
2 weeks.
Per year. Oh no. The average full-time employee. This is not like, if you part-time, if you work less than 30 hours a week, the average bereavement time somebody gets per year is 3 days. 3 days. So listen. This is what it goes. So it is you get the phone call at 4:45 p.m., 15 minutes before you clock out on Monday. Your mom dies. And your job is like, man, that's rough. Take all the time that you need. Just make sure that you're back for casual Fridays. And it's like, no, wait. And there's times where you're like, no, wait, like, no, this is crazy. Like, and there's some folks that are like, nah, this is just the way that it is, and we have to do it, and we have to go on, and we have to keep on. And there's nobody that, like, the impatience that we have with grief and loss keeps people from stepping back and saying, no, wait, why is it the way that it is? And what would really change if we change it? And wait, do we really think that rushing somebody back is going to have a better long-term ROI than giving them more time so that they could come back healthy? But it's crazy. But it does, I do think, come down to that lack of curiosity. I think that's rooted in.
Yeah, I think it is patience. I think it's also like, I don't think I was actively trying to be patient. I think there's this like courage that continuing is worth it.
Yeah, tell me more.
Like, I think patience feels so intentional. It feels like an intentional action. Like, to some degree, I am patient, I guess, but I guess I wouldn't categorize myself as patient in those moments, but it was very patient. I think there was courage to say, if you just keep going, it's worth it.
Yeah.
I don't know what else is over there.
Yeah.
But it's a courage to I don't know, do something simple, to step into the unknown.
Yeah.
But it's like, there is patience. When I think about all the things that you then have to discover that also died, that nobody ever tells you about, and those people have to be patient with you and all.
Come on.
I never talked about, but when my godmom died, we didn't really get to talk about her loss in the way that we should, because we needed to protect her legacy at the time.
Yeah.
She was a public figure, and we had siblings, younger siblings, and their, father is involved. It's just like, it was weird. So it's like, when I started to feel the rage and all the emotions that came into my life, and the way I was, the fact that Chelsea had to still navigate the world with me. My godmom died in July. Me and Chelsea got engaged in August, right? So there's one layer of grief, right? Waiting for my dad to die, there's another layer. Getting engaged as a queer Black woman and not being celebrated by friends, community, because they don't agree. Right. There's another layer of grief.
That is a real...
Oh, that was the worst layer of grief, because I was reaching for a small moment of celebration, and then it's like, oh, you don't get that either.
Right.
So when I get to the end of the year, me and Chelsea, my dad passes, we get to the top of the year, we like, let's go to Mexico. Let's just start over, go to Mexico. My daddy and mama was still dead in Mexico, right? Like, we just keep it above. Everybody is still dead in Mexico.
Right.
This at the end of the day. And I realized, me and Chelsea and what we had, that was dead.
Yeah.
And who I was, she gone too.
Yeah.
And who Chelsea was, an honorary pallbearer, metaphorically, she is carrying the body throughout life. She ain't even carrying the body out. She is carrying the body. Everybody that I am still carrying, she is carrying the body with me.
Yeah.
The weight of that, and it's like, nobody tells you you're going to be sad for 2 years, 2 months, 3 years. You don't even know how to say, what's wrong? Nick, I'm still sad.
Yeah. What?
I'm gonna be sad forever.
Yeah.
I lost my family, and now I practically have lost my wife, my partner.
Yeah.
And now I'm scraping to keep the one person that is alive, the one relationship that I still need.
Yeah.
It's like, you're scraping for that.
Yeah.
You're not grieving because you're still fighting. Right. It's like, nobody tells you about.
Oh, no.
Any of those things, or the fact that your friends are not equipped, or your partner. My partner is not equipped for this.
Yeah. This is new.
I am not equipped for this. That is even harder. It's like, I actually am not. Somebody it's like somebody blew my life up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, why ain't nobody telling me about this?
Why do you think? Or it's a.
I don't know. I think our unique experience, our experience is unique, but it's not the only, like people have experienced compounded loss.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I don't think they know what to do with it.
Right.
I don't think they know what to say.
Yeah.
And I think they're tired of you being sad.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I've never told nobody this. I remember, I ain't gonna say who. I had a friend who was at the funeral and was like, man, I was trying to figure out why y'all car ain't clean. And I thought.
Who?
I can't say.
Okay.
They'll be devastated. They're gonna be devastated if they hear this anyway. But I thought, in hindsight, I've been cleaning my father. I've been cleaning his bedpan. I've been cleaning his mouth. I've been cleaning his house.
And you think
I give a fuck about this car being clean? It was so crazy. And I just remember just the closest people to me at some point saying, man, just basically, like, you still sad? Like, yes, nigga, I'm gonna be sad forever.
Well, it's
and not the sadness will change shape.
Yeah. So
you know what I'm saying?
It's not always gonna look like I'm crying in the grocery store. But it is going to. There is a sense of like, what I said is, or every celebration now has an asterisk next to it. So it used to be that when something in my life went well, I hear this like 3-part harmony of people that I expect saying, man, this is a great job. And you hear all of those chords, and then your people die. And then something goes well, and you hear it, but it's a 2-part harmony. Oh. And you're gripped by, they're singing the same song, but it doesn't sound the same. Yeah. And the, absence is sharp.
Brother, listen, it's not, I was at home, the grass was tall. And that is how I remembered that my dad was gone. My dad's a landscaper. And there's a tree that my daddy cut down, and it's fully grown, and there's grass all around it. And I just said, the grass is tall. That one illustration, that one moment was like, oh, he's not here. Because he's the only one who would care to cut this one spot. Nobody else is going to notice that spot. Yeah. Me and him. And I just thought, I don't even know how to, nobody's going to get it. So it's at the certain moments that it is a very lonely experience, because you want somebody else to notice that the grass is tall. You want somebody else, like you said, this chorus, it's like, you want somebody to sing the chorus with you. Yeah. It's like, grief feels like a solo sometimes. And it's like, you want it to be karaoke style. Right. Everybody sing the hook. Everybody joins in. But it's like, some of y'all don't know the words of this song. Some of y'all never heard this song.
Yeah.
This genre may not even be for you. I don't know. But you want somebody to notice.
Yeah.
Oh, the grass is tall. I think the more we say it, though, there is an awareness that, I guess, happens.
Yeah.
I never really talked to, I talked to you, I talked to Swoop.
Yeah.
I got my 3 or 4 people that I talked to about it. Outside of that, because I don't actually want to, it feels weird. I actually want people to ask me about my dad, but they won't. It's so, I'm like, no. Ask me something. Ask me, ask me, you remember he used to smoke cigarettes? I don't know, just anything. Remember he used to be at the horse races? You remember? Tell me something about him so that I don't even have to hold the anxiety of forgetting by myself.
Nat, this past fall, I realized how much voluntary information I give about Sam, and I talk about Sam, and I share about Sam, and people say, oh man, I'm so glad. I feel like I know him.
Yeah.
And I went to see Sam's grave for the first time in 10 years. I didn't go for 10 years because I talked myself out of it. It's like, I mean, he's not there. His body's there. His soul is there. But I go back to see him, and I remember I pull up, and I'm like, I'm on the plane getting there.
Yeah.
And
I remember this morning.
Yeah. I remember I'm like, what's the name of the place that he's buried? And so I'm like, oh, if this was an essay question in a test, I'd fail.
Yeah.
Multiple choice, I can't.
Yeah.
So I Google mapped cemeteries in Dallas as I'm on the plane. And on the map, I look through and it's like, oh, that one.
Yeah,
Spartan Hill Crest.
Yeah.
So I rent a car, I drive, I park, I'm sitting in the car, and I'm like, how do you find where to go? Do people just know?
Yeah. Maybe
people don't wait 10 years before they go.
Yeah.
So then I pull out ChatGPT. So I'm like, how do you find out where your brother is buried? And because I'm like, I don't want to go and ask anybody.
Yeah. And
ChatGPT's like, nigga, go ask somebody.
Ask somebody.
So I go inside. I'm like, I'm trying to find out where, Sam's buried, where my brother's buried. The little white girl, she looks up at me and she's like, how long has it been since you've been here? And I'm like, a while. She's like, when did he die? I was like, 2015. And we both knew that was the answer to the first question.
Yeah.
So she's like, somebody will be here to take you.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting down, writing in my little field notes journal. And this girl comes in and she's like, hey, I'm not even going to say her name, but she's like, I'll come and walk you there. So she walks me down there. She's like, so, literally. At first, like, I'm so glad. It's like, oh, thank you that you didn't just point me. I'm glad I've got somebody here with me. And she's like, did you come to the funeral? These are the questions. I was like, oh, yeah. She's like, who was he to you? I'm like, my brother. Or she said, like, when was it?
Yeah.
I was like, 2015.
Yeah.
She's like, who was he to you? My brother Sam. Sorry for your loss. And then she was just quiet. And in my head, I'm like, ask me about him. Ask me what it was like. I want to talk. And I'm like, please, no, ask me about him. Ask me about him. And then she's like, so what are you in town for? And what do you do for a living? And all this. And I just walked. She didn't know, but it's she works at a cemetery leading people to their loved ones, and she didn't know. Most people have no clue, and their thing is, I don't want to remind them of their love. And it's like, let me help you. We remember.
Yes.
We have not forgotten.
Remind me.
And it was just, I remember being there and just wanting so bad, saying in my head, ask me about him. Ask me about him. And
nobody did.
Yeah, it didn't happen. Yeah.
It's, I don't know if people just feel, because I think it comes with a level of awkwardness.
Yeah.
Or an assumed,
assumed.
Like an assumption, like, oh, you're gonna be awkward, but it's like, actually, I won't. Like I seen my brother last week and I was like, you still got daddy's toothpick case in the glove compartment? He was just kind of looking like, and I was like, oh, I'm reaching for a moment, a connection. If you do, let me see it. Let me get a toothpick out of it. It's like, obviously I don't need to have a toothpick from 3 years ago, right? In the middle of a truck. But it's like, you are reaching for any small present connection.
Yeah.
Like some people like get to have drink. Like I'm like, dang, come in my dreams. Something like, I don't need you to come back and urban visit me. I'm cool on that. That's for me. I'm cool on the come back. Have people that say they have experiences or whatever, but I'm like, you do want those memories. I haven't been able to write a record yet about my dad. And that's interesting.
Yeah, why?
I don't know I don't.
Why is it interesting? Why are you like, why do you expect to be able to?
Because I can. Normally, creativity is the translator of the grief.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you feel this?
Yeah.
Painting, art. It's walking me through it. I think before the moment, it was always like a bit more linear. I was detached from.
Yeah.
So I think I was maybe detached from a lot of the loss. Even though the loss is hurt, I think I was a bit more detached from it. And so I could immediately, like I remember my aunt died and the next morning I woke up, grabbed my guitar, wrote this record, boom, cried, felt whatever. Even my godmom wrote a record, whatever. But my dad is like, and I wrote a record when my dad, had cancer, but it's like, I haven't been able to write the record.
Okay.
But I also haven't tried.
Well, but do you normally have to try to do the things that you do?
No, I think I am in observation of self, of life, of the world around me.
Yeah.
And whatever comes, it comes, and I just grab it when it comes. There are times when I get a glimpse of something like, ooh, I got that. Or sometimes I hear melodies in my sleep and I wake up, I'm like, I gotta record this. Or just like random things. I do have downloads of melodies or ideas. And even with the bells, there's this image of my dad laying on his back in the grass with these bells. I've tried to paint it, but I haven't really been able to make sense of it.
Yeah.
But maybe it is not, I guess, time. Also, I think it doesn't fit. I know he's gone, but it's also like he's not. It's weird. It's like he's gone, but he's not gone.
Yeah.
I'm still in the process of it, and I don't think there was like because there was no like body to carry it. It was like none of the traditional things. I think there may be signals in my body that this is the end.
Yeah.
I mean, my brother got his ashes like on a Dallas Cowboys towel on the mess. So I'm like, hey man, put him somewhere else. Get him out the living room. I don't want him. I'm like, this is a shrine. He got his picture from the funeral sitting on the mantle with my daddy with the ashes.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and it's like, even then, I'm just like, it's funny to me because I just feel like, do something with the ashes, bro.
Yeah.
But like, that's his way of, honoring him. But it's like, maybe it's not as final in my body and not that I need it to be final to write, but I don't know. I've written about the grass being tall.
Mm-hmm.
I did write about the grass being tall in yards and but I don't know. I'm not sure that I need that just yet. Yeah. So maybe when I need it,
I ain't even a Lord of the Rings fan like that.
Okay.
I saw the first movie when I was in high school, my freshman year in college.
Yeah.
Me and Rich lived in a dorm, and right across from our dorm, we had a community bathroom, and we found the bootleg DVD in the bathroom.
Yeah, first of all, that's disgusting.
It's crazy. We played it, and they had like it was like the 4-hour version for your so it's like, I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan like that. The only reason that I know this is because somebody shared with me, but there's this one part where Gandalf, the Magneto, the guy that be playing Magneto, he dies. Orlando Bloom, the elf with the bow and arrows, they're singing this song in elf.
Okay.
And somebody's sitting there and he's like, yo, can you translate for me? Because I know that you speak in the song. And he said, I cannot translate. The grief is too near. And he's just like, normally I'm fine to be able to engage with this, but he's like, I can't sing. I can't. He's like, the grief is too near. And it's crazy because, you know, I was just we were just outside of Boston doing this retreat on grief. It's this room. And there's all types of folks in the room. There's a girl whose mom died 3 months ago. There's a guy next to me who, he's there with his new wife. Yeah. He has 4 months left to live. And we're all there. But then there's people that have lost people 10 years ago. And then me and Megan, the person that I led with, we both had these losses that took place 10 years ago. So the most defining loss in my life took place 11 years ago. Yeah. And there is a sense in which people give me more credit than I deserve. Okay. Because they're like, oh man, it's so clear and you give good thoughts and words and analogies and it seems like this. And I'm like, yes, for now. Yeah. But when another world-changing loss, or when a loss comes that eclipses that one, it's you may think that I did all of this for money because you gonna be like, nah, wait a minute, he told me all this and now he don't. And it's because when it heats up, it's unbearable. Yeah. When the pain comes, like it is unbearable and you just cannot endure it. And the eloquence just, it's not there. And there's some times where it's time doesn't heal all wounds. Time doesn't heal wounds, but time does allow things to cool enough for you to be able to stick your hand in and move around and make sense of it. And you don't, it is, that pot of grief is as full as it's been. Yeah. But the sides of it aren't as hot, so you can hold it. Handle it and hold it.
I mean, the moment that you said that, I'm like, maybe two things came to mind. Yeah. About the grief being there, but it was also like, I don't know if I need the art to translate anything. Me and my dad, I understand it is clear. It was hard, but it wasn't tragic. It was the most peaceful experience that it could have been. Right. Like I was with him, my hand on his chest. He took his last breath. Chelsea to my left, my brother on the other side of the bed, watched him die. Stayed there with him, you know. And I guess there is nothing that I need to translate about that to some degree when I think about the role of music. But when I think about my godmom, I haven't touched it. Oh. I can't touch it. Yeah. It's too hot.
It's too hot.
And I think when you said that, I'm like, oh, that's the difference. It's like there's such a resolve. There's a peace. I'm settled in my body. I feel at ease. I miss my dad, but I'm okay. Yeah. When I think about my godmom,
that's when you come apart.
Rage. Oh, it's rage. If I think about it, it's just rage. It's still rage. It's not in nothing else. And I don't even allow myself to have a full, not that I am actively not allowing myself. My body is still in literal shock. Sometimes I'm talking to my god sister, her daughter, who's working through the story or things that's happening. Think she was working through the events that were happening as she writes through her own grief. And I'm like, that happened? What? Like, it's like, I'm like, I don't even remember. And during this time, Chelsea was like, I was getting insurance for a car and they were like, you got in a wreck. I was like, I didn't get in a wreck this year. Chelsea was like, you did. You backed your truck up and hit a whole car. And I was like, I got in a wreck?
There's just parts of your brain that just
long-term memory gone. Yeah. That is one thing that I am trying to recover through therapy. It's like your grief has like, I can't remember. I think just like my body trying to protect itself has pushed things down. And so that is interesting. That is, memory is, it can be dangerous if you don't know how, in my opinion.
Yeah. What you mean? Yeah.
Maybe not memory, but
how you engage with it.
How you engage with memory.
Yeah.
You should engage with memory responsibly. And when I say memory, specific memories.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? So that you can have the proper support to handle what may come up in your body, heart, mind, emotions.
Yeah.
And so I think I don't think my body feels safe enough to engage with the memory of my godmom.
Yeah.
Not even just the loss, but even the living memories of her. So I can engage with living memories of my dad, I can, right? But the living memories of my godmom, it's almost like
she feels stolen, snatched.
Just gone. It's crazy. It's the craziest thing. It's not that she never, it's yeah, I don't know. I do think that's where I am relying on time, right? Patience.
Yeah.
And I know she's not gone.
Yeah.
But I do think, I think what I heard you and Tim be talking about when I came in, or maybe what you were sharing, I think the community of people who knew her, I rely heavily on them to keep the memories of her fresh enough for me to,
when you need it, just come back in and peer and
grabbing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not engaging with them by myself just yet, and I feel okay. I don't feel like I'm like neglecting. I just feel like,
is it I can't engage in them without. So it's like somebody that's like, oh no, listen, I'm a social, like I can drink with in a group if it's for a thing and there are these kind of built-in controls, but if you see me drink alone, you know it's bad because there aren't the built-in controls, and I feel like I'll just
there's not
despair.
It's one, what it does to my body is like anxiety, back spasms, full like my Chelsea was taking me to the hospital 2 and 3 nights in a row. My body was like, I'm like, like pain in my body. So like the pain showing up, the grief showing up physically.
Yeah.
I think is one layer of it. I think the second layer of it is because she was killed and then he took his own life, I have nobody to
aim your
and I want to go get somebody. There's nobody to go get. So when that rage surfaces, I have nowhere to redirect it. And
where does it end up going?
I think early on it went to God.
Yeah.
For me, it was like, you gonna let him do this to her? I thought she was yours, like, right? But then you realize, like, man, the human experience is filled with gross, unfortunate, tragic, dark happenings that look worse than even what we experience. Not that we need to put suffering on a hierarchy to make ours feel, to be able to make meaning of it.
Yeah.
To say, oh, well, look what they're going through. It's just like, no. Everybody's suffering is their own.
Yeah.
And it is as heavy as it is.
Yeah.
Right? But I think my belief in that moment of God is bigger than that moment of suffering, right?
Yeah.
Like my belief of God at large.
Yeah.
Understanding my relationship with suffering, my relationship with God, and how I've navigated suffering is bigger than this one moment that I don't understand. I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I think that is is when the rage it comes to the surface.
Yeah.
And you let it out the body, right? It comes to the body. Maybe I'm crying, maybe I'm screaming, maybe I'm having back spasms, maybe whatever. It comes up, it goes out by way of tears, by way of screaming, by way of shake my fist.
Yeah.
I don't know where it lands though. I mean, it just lands wherever. I think though it turns into radical acceptance.
What does that mean? Radical acceptance.
Radical acceptance. To accept that your belief of God as a good God, as a protector, in the wisdom of God has allowed a multitude of really terrible things to happen.
Yeah.
You gotta be crazy to accept that as not punishment. You gotta be crazy to accept, wait, I believe that you good and I believe that she got murdered. And both of those things exist.
Yeah.
That's not logical.
Right.
It's not, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Right? Yep. Like, where was you at? What was you doing?
No.
Right? Like, what was you doing? Like,
yeah.
Right? And then we look at the world right now. It's wild.
It's wild.
And everybody is saying, where are you? And I think in that though, the radical acceptance allows me to release my attachment to understanding, to making meaning, to the things that cause me more suffering. Not even her absence isn't the thing that causes the most suffering. It's the meaning making that I'm after. Why?
Why? Yeah.
Why? And the revenge that I want to put on somebody's fucking neck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel it.
I guess it's like I'm just accepting that is what is. Because what else do I do?
Yeah. Now
I guess I don't know. Like, yeah, what do you do? Like Sam is gone. And I've heard this and you would still say God is good, not in a like passive rollover way, but I'm saying as a definitive belief at the core of your body.
Yep.
Even when emotions may not feel like whatever, at the core of you.
Yes.
Not when everything is aligned logically.
Yeah.
At the core.
Well, at the core. And
right?
Yes. But and that is where it's like.
That shit's crazy.
It is very crazy. And people are like, how? I don't understand. And that's part of where it's like, I think it's a miracle because I don't understand either. That it's when they're like, how do those things connect? I need to see the thread of how those things connect. And in my mind, it's like I know there's a thread from like Sam's death. I know there's a thread over here that's connected to God is good. Both of those threads this is what it feels like. Okay.
I love when you have a random metaphor.
Do you remember back in the day, and kids won't know this now. So this is for, you're born in the 80s. Yeah. You had your TV, you had your VCR, you had the Sega Genesis, you had the stereo system, you had all of those things. And you had the outlet at the bottom. So you had the like RF cables and all that. And then you would have to unplug the TV, but it was wrapped in all of these. And the way that you try to find which cord was is that it is so tangled, you cannot trace the line there. Yep. So what I do is I yank it up here and I look for the thing that goes down there. Yep. I yank this down here and I look at it. And it's like, these are connected. I do not see the path from A to I do not know. All I know is that Sam died. There's a red thread here. God is good. There's a red thread here. There is thick fog in between. And when I see the actions that come from Sam's death and cord, this one moves. When I hear about God being good. And for me, it's all about what do you do when the fog is there? And I think that the way that I reconcile it in my mind is it's like, if God is really who he says he is, then God's activity is not limited to my visibility. In that I think for a lot of people, God is like a helicopter pilot. Yeah. And if the skies get really foggy, it's like, hey, the skies are too foggy. God, you're grounded. You've got to be here on the ground until the sky's clear, because it's important for us to track and to see how you fly. Yeah. And I think God is like, you can't see in fog, but I can. Yeah. And I'm gonna go into this fog and I'm gonna make it there. And so from my standpoint, it's I know these threads are connected. I believe it in my core. I do not know how specifically to trace Sam's death date. I was in a conversation with somebody and it was like, yo, Sam's death brought about the thing that I'm spending my life on now that leaves me at a spot where I feel like the stuff that I do now is not to get a paycheck. The stuff that I do now is like, I'm doing this because I am convinced that this is my life. I was put on the earth to do this. Yeah. And I'm sure of that. Yeah. Positive. Yeah. But if somebody said now, or I'm sure that there's lots of people in the world that are like, I hate that Sam died, but all this good has come from it. Absolutely. If somebody says now, oh, hey, but you could take away all the good that you did in the world and you could have them back, I'll be like, give them back.
Give them back immediately.
I'll go work at Chick-fil-A. Hey, I'll be out here saying my pleasure. Hey, my pleasure. Hey. My pleasure. Yo. Yo, what?
Yo, me and Swoop say this all the time. It's very dark, but it's also like, hey, bro, you want to swap somebody out?
This is it.
You want to take me up?
Oh,
not in the like. It's almost like you want to be with them so bad.
Yes,
you're willing to do anything.
Anything. And
you here.
And I'm here.
And I think that's what staying inside your life, staying present, participating in your life, it is the hardest thing. It is the hardest thing to do, but it's the only thing to do.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
what else?
I'm literally saying, like, what else is there? It's like, I think the moment that you don't have to make sense of the threads, the moment that you just accept, I may never make sense of this thread and this thread. They just there.
They there?
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things. I realize a lot. I got a lot of questions I know I'm not going to get answered.
Oh, absolutely.
The moment that I release the need for the answer, there's a different layer of peace. The sadness is still there.
It is.
But the suffering changes.
Yeah.
Right? It's maybe ice and then it went to water. Right? Yeah. Melted down a little bit.
Right.
It just feels different.
Yeah.
And it's like,
you brought up, and this I think was a landing place for me that was like, when we talked this morning and you were like, man, the hardest part when people face all of this compound loss is convincing them, yo, this loss is not a personal attack against you.
Yeah.
This is just standard operating procedures for what life is. And everybody don't go through the same thing at the same time, but it is not like you are not being targeted
you'll start feeling like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'll start. I remember thinking, damn, am I doing something?
Yeah.
God forbid you got so the wrong church folks in your life, because they'll swear God trying to get you, or you know something crazy. But it's like, for a while I was just like, what?
Yeah.
And it's like, this is the human experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is wildly unfair.
Yeah.
It just is. It's just like, me and Chelsea talk about this all the time. Like, as we repair our relationship post loss.
Yeah.
And a lot of the pain was just like, this is so unfair.
It is.
This is so unfair. We didn't even get to we still ain't had a wedding because we were too sad. We've been engaged all this time. We too sad to have. I mean, we had a ceremony with my dad for my dad. We're just like, shit was sad. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it feels unfair. It feels unfair to get engaged and then you too sad to have a wedding and then somebody else dies and you too sad for this and then you lose yourself and then you too sad to go on and you too sad to work and it's just like, well, don't I get to have a different story? Well, don't we get to? And it's like, not like everybody else.
Right. Well, it's
in your own way, maybe just not like everybody else.
Yeah. Well, and that's where it's
just kind of fucked up, but it is what
it is. And not that our griefs are unique.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that I'm reminded by is it's the whole, like, when you're at the bottom of it, you look and everybody that got a smile on their face, you assume, well, it's
that's my first
I'm getting ready to go.
Go to push them in the face, but keep going.
Everybody that has a smile on their face, you assume that that those smiles are a genuine reflection of what they feel inside.
Yeah.
And then as life goes on and people start talking about their grief, you realize, oh, a lot of these smiles are there because people are hiding their grief on the inside because they feel like if I turn this smile upside down, I'm going to be the only one out here. And I think it's, there's just something about being reminded that even though our grief is unique, it's shared. And also being able to know that, it is the little ordinary, unexpected things that set people off.
Yep.
This is one for me. I remember in 2021, 2021 or 2022, maybe it's 2021, Keith gets married. Keith is like, yo, y'all gotta have black suits. I didn't have black suit at the time. I had one gray suit that I wore to everywhere that I had to wear a suit for. The year before, 13 weddings, or 13 weddings in 2019, 2020. And I wore this gray suit. It was the only custom suit that I had. So I go and I get a custom suit. And as I get it, they keep telling me, stand up straight, fix your posture. Custom suit, this is, it makes you like, you're supposed to feel a sense of pride. This is unique. It's 101. Yeah, measure twice, cut once. Like, that's what we do here. And I just left and I was so sad. I just left. And then I remembered. Do you know the reason why I was so sad? Was because when I was in high school, and me and Sam, I think we were getting fitted for a wedding or prom. They took his measurements and they called out the numbers out loud, and it sounded random numbers.
Yep.
Then they take mine and they called out loud, same numbers, and they said, "Oh, like y'all are exactly the same. Only one of y'all needed to come.
Yeah,
we could have measured once and cut twice. For the rest of my life." For the rest of our lives, when we both had to be at a place, only one person would go.
Yeah.
So this is I get my first custom suit measured in 2014. Guy comes into my house, getting ready to do Randall and Chelsea's wedding. It's still stitched on the inside, 2/28/15. And I get it done. It's like, oh, they take way more measurements than Men's Warehouse.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, I know you're going to take this and go back there. Give me the numbers because I got to share this with my brother. Yeah, measure once, cut twice. So your jacket was like really tight and it felt good. So we took the jacket off, and then I saw him put the chalk lines outside of where the pins were. And I'm like, hey, no. Why did you make it looser? That felt good. He's like, breathing room, bro. Like, if it's that tight and you breathe, it's gonna come out the back like the Hulk. So I'm like, oh, all right. Charcoal gray suit. I wear it April 28, 2015. Or I wear it February 28, 2015 to a wedding. 2 months later is the next time I wear that suit. And it's to Sam's funeral. And I look inside the casket. Sam had a custom charcoal suit made for him in his casket. I realized at that point, his suit, jacket, they didn't have to adjust the chalk lines. No breathing room. His suit would have been too tight for me. My suit would have been too loose for him.
Yep.
And I never thought about it. And then I got the custom suit made, 2021. And this was the first time in my life that I'm like, throw away the numbers. I don't have anything to share them with. Yeah. I know custom suit is supposed to be one of one and unique. It doesn't make me unique. It reminds me I am alone. I don't have a body double. And it's crazy because I do think we live in a world with all types of grief, and there's ordinary things like that set folks off daily, and people just don't have the words. And it is, I think the way that people get those words is not just through therapy, it's through hearing everyday people with everyday grief express. And you do that so well. And thank you.
You do too. You do too, man. It's wonderful. It is wonderful to be able to. This is probably my first time, obviously, talking about grief in this way, but also I think it's wonderful to see the world of it expand, the language expand, and the many forms that it's taken. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And we talk about this a lot of times, but it's great. I mean, shit. No, I'm just saying. I'm just like. We need it. It's just like it's January 15th. I already been to my first funeral at the top of the year. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we always need these conversations. We always need the books. We always need the songs. We always need the images, the films. Yeah.
I feel it.
So you're doing good work, man.
Thank you.
You're doing good work.
Thank you.